Thanks for joining us at Right On Replicas, where we're proud to bring you the best scale model kit reviews on the planet. This review covers the Bundeswehr Tank Crewmen at 1/16th scale Tamiya model kit number 36309. Tamiya has a full line of these figures, and this is an intermediate skill level kit as it requires glue and camouflage paint. The pieces are molded in medium gray and clear with water slide decals. There's 30 pieces to this kit, and the cover instructions are very well depicted. The kit is simple to build, and most of the work is in the finishing, but the detail is excellent. The finished dimensions are, for the standing figure, height 4.5 inches, depth 2 inches, and width 1.5 inches. And for the half height crewman, 2.5 inch height, the 1.5 inch width, and 2.5 inches in depth. Here is the contents of this kit, and some would call it an unboxing or an open box review, but you can see just about everything that's in the kit here in about 5 seconds. However, instead of just picking up the pieces and describing them if I could find the words, we're going to show you how to put this thing together. And most of the work is in the finishing, but for the most part we'll be using slow setting tube cement. Also remember to scrape off any paint, including primers, if you're going to glue some joints together to make sure they adhere. And for some of the decals, you may want to consider using some of the aftermarket setting solutions so that they stick to contours, etc. And please follow all the manufacturer's safety and use guidelines when using any of the products you hear mentioned or see in the review. Construction starts with the lower torso on the standing figure, and let me just point something out here. I'm a pretty good modeler, but figure painting is something new to me, and let's just say that I'm not going to out-detail some of you experts out there, but I am going to show the novice how to get started and how this kit goes together so that the more advanced modelers out there will know if they want to buy it. So without any ado, I got to tell you, the kit fit together very well, and in fact, I used a little bit of the clear part cement for the goggles, but for the normal plastic pieces, just some tester's glue that I squeezed out a little bit. You know, you use it sparingly on the entire ridge, and then you can actually just, after that dries, scrape that clean, sand it smooth, and you won't even need any filler. You won't notice the joints at all. So this is a nice fitting kit, and it goes together well. And the first thing we'll do, of course, is to get these parts out and get ready for assembly. So assemble the front and rear halves of the leg section together, and the feet go on to the bottom of the legs, of course, and then the entire sub-assembly is then attached to the standing base. Now assemble the upper part of the torso, the front to the rear, and then the right and left arm are attached to that, and they fit right into the joint there. And the neck piece is attached to the torso, and the microphone control box is attached to the torso front. Now we'll attach the upper torso assembly to the leg assembly there, and the boots are painted Testors semi-gloss black. I gave the body a base coat of the Tamiya yellow-green acrylic, and then I detailed it with some patches of the Tamiya field gray acrylic. And then the gloves are painted Model Masters flat black. So if you haven't noticed, all the paint callouts here are for Tamiya paints, and we're going to add some patches of the red-brown acrylic in various places now for some of that field definition. Now we can add some of the Tamiya black-green acrylic in some small patches in order to add the contrast. Now get these parts out for the standing figure's head and the microphone mechanism. And of course the front is attached to the back, and the left and right headphones then are attached to the head assembly. The microphone is attached to the left headphone, and the face is painted with some Model Master warm tint skin tone and detailed with a little Tamiya flat flesh acrylic. And the eyes are Testors gloss white with some flat cobalt blue. Then the hat gets detailed with some semi-gloss black, and the headphones are detailed also with some semi-gloss black and a little Model Master olive drab. Then the microphone is painted Model Master flat black. Now we can attach the head to the body assembly, and then it's detailed with some Model Master flat black. And I continued to add each color of the uniform camo pattern until I got the pattern to look like this, as close as I could to the callouts on the box cover. And then the German flag decals are placed on the arms and on the shoulders. The Hauptfeldwebel, that's the sergeant major, epaulets are applied, and the shoulders are painted a Tamiya dark green acrylic, where the epaulets will go before they're put into place. Now we'll turn our attention to use these parts for the half-height soldier that looks like he's sitting in the turret, and we'll begin the build as follows. The torso front is attached to the rear, and then the left arm, right arm, and a neck are added to the torso assemblies, and the arms are bent for a casual look, as if he's just hanging up there inside the turret. Now we can assemble the head by attaching the front to the rear section, and the left and the right headphones are attached to the head assembly, and the microphone is attached to the left headphone. Then the goggles will be attached to the head assembly with some Testors clear part cement and window maker, after all of the face detailing is painted just as we did before. Paint the hands and face skin tone warm tint with a hint of Tamiya flat flesh acrylic, and the eyes are detailed again with the gloss white and the Testors semi-gloss black. The hat is painted semi-gloss black, and the headphones are Testors semi-gloss black as well, and they're detailed with some of the Model Master olive drab as in before. Now the microphone again painted Model Master flat black. The goggles are painted, I used a Japanese navy gray and detailed with a little bit of gold for trim. And the uniform is detailed with the following colors: Tamiya yellow green, field gray acrylic, red brown acrylic, the black green acrylic, just like the standing model, and some Model Master flat black. The epaulet is also dark green acrylic. Paint the base area for the German flag a Model Master flat black and apply that decal. And then the microphone control box and the wire are painted semi-gloss black. Well, there you have it. My attempt at building one of the 1/16 figures, and I'm sure in more capable hands this would make an excellent looking figure for display. And I'll just leave it at that. But you should know it goes together very well. Everything fits very nicely. I used a little slow setting tube glue and squeezed it out and cleaned up the seams before paint, and she looks just great to me. But there are plenty of you crazy guys out there that love to add every little speck that's perfect, and I know you'll do it with this kit. So I'd buy one and put it on my shelf. Well, we hope you like this premium step-by-step review. And so that you don't miss any more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can find us on Facebook too, and also at our website, www.rightonreplicas.com. Thanks.